Welcome everyone to the testing room, the latest episode of the testing room. The testing room? Where three of the video game industry's best game consultants who have never actually consulted on a video game bring you new topics each and every week. As always, I'm Alex, aka the Godfather.
I'm Christian, aka Pseudo45.
I'm Preston, a.k.a. Funkadelic Jedi.
I think that Kit Kat fucked you up, dude.
I'm so fried right now. Kit Kat and Gatorade, baby.
I know.
So welcome, everybody.
I busted out the soda. I haven't had soda in God knows how long. I'm like, I need something. I need something to kind of like get me going. Otherwise, I'm going to be sitting here going, yeah, I'm Preston.
We have so much. We don't drink soda, and we have so much soda in the house right now. So we ordered pizza the other day just for like the Super Bowl. And they had a deal where it was like, you know, you could buy a 2 liter of like Sprite or something. It was like $4 or whatever. But they had this like Pepsi party pack or something that was like literally for $1.50 more. You got 4 sodas, which is ridiculous.
Like
I don't
4
need that
1
many
liters or 2 liters?
2 liters, yes.
God.
And like, you don't need that much soda, but also like, it's just $1 difference or $1.50 difference. So like, it would almost be fiscally irresponsible for me not to take them for everything they have. So they didn't even deliver all 4. They only delivered 3, but still, like, I don't drink soda. So we have so much in the house.
Did you ask them for the 4? Like, did you make the guy go back and get the other one?
No, of course not.
He knew he wasn't going to drink it, but also been like, just put a credit on my account then.
He probably, so honestly, Papa John's does this thing now where like they just have DoorDashers deliver their stuff. They don't have out here. They don't have like yeah, they got rid of their delivery people. So like there's a good chance he just had that 4th soda like in his car. He probably thought like these people don't need 4 sodas, and he's not wrong. No. So
Fuck
you
that.
know what? So
I pay for my shit.
I don't do that DoorDash shit anymore, man. None of that fucking delivery shit.
I don't think that's I think that they might outsource to some, but I think that I feel like I've totally seen some
probably depends
people
on the
with this. Yeah.
Whether they feel
to be fair, you're farther from the city, so probably maybe.
Yeah, if you order here, it will be a DoorDasher that brings you. Like if you order on the Papa John's app, it will be a DoorDasher that brings that. I don't know how that works out too, because like my tip does not change. Like I do not tip more or pay more for DoorDasher. They
work with DoorDash to get like, hey, exclusive rights to you go be delivering our shit now kind of deal, and yeah.
Yeah, maybe they subsidize the employees in some way.
Synergy.
Yeah, so if they are giving cuts of delivery or discounting their stuff to accommodate DoorDash and giving away 4 sodas for the price of 1,
dude,
they are pulling the GameStop model. They're gonna go bankrupt.
Those sodas cost like 50 cents a pop. You're fine.
I don't care if the fact that I never drink soda. I don't care about any of that. Give me my shit. I'm so tired of people fucking lifting food during these delivery things. Like, bro, here's my genuine opinion on this. I think that you should, as being somebody who has worked in food service for a good chunk of my life on this earth, you should always be nice to first food service people. Absolutely, 100% of the time. That being said, as far as food service people, no one made you, or made us, I should say, take that job. Like, we are the ones who went in and applied. We are the ones who signed the dotted line. So what I don't want to have happen is catch an attitude as a regular person from somebody who's just, like, mad that they're working at Pizza Hut. Bro, it's not my fault. I didn't make you do it. I know. I still got marks on all my arms from the oven burns that I got when I was working at the pizza place from my back home. But you know who I never got? I'm not going to sit here and get angry with people that are just coming in to like... Now, it's one thing if a customer gives you attitude or whatever, like, you know, right, whatever. But like, I'm not going to sit here and shice people and be shitty about things or like lift food, take it, whatever, steal it. It's like, bro, just give these people what they paid for.
Dude,
Stop fucking around with these people.
One of my favorite jobs of all time was when I used to work at Arby's in college. We had so much fun. We would take so much food home at night. No,
I would sell drugs before I worked in food again.
It was. Oh, I'm not saying I would go back. I'm just saying like one of the most fun jobs I ever had.
Oh,
especially
yeah,
at
I
that
did
point
not feel
in my
like
life. Oh, it was a blast.
The only way I'm getting into food service again is I'm owning that motherfucking restaurant. Like, there's no way that I'm gonna have anyone above me be like coming down to me. It's like, only way I'm getting back in that place is if I own that place and I'm the one running it.
Yeah. I just can't, like, dude, there's so many. It also could have been my hometown being, what it was. But, like, I think that, like, dude, like, well, but I feel like this is still universal. There's always, like,
There's a lot of shitty
those
towns.
weird. Yeah, but, like, it's always, like, these, like, creepy, like, there's always, like, a couple employees at any food restaurant I've been to that have been there way longer than they should be. And they are, like, in their late 40s, early 50s. They do a lot of drugs, and they're just like, yo, man, I'm going to be weird with teenagers. And you're like, whoa, what are we doing?
We had a location somewhere else in town, and I'd worked there for like 4 or 5 months. And then we moved locations to be directly across from the football stadium of the college. So, like, right in the heart of campus. And when we did that, they changed a lot of staffing. And they hired a lot more college kids. I actually got promoted to a shift lead at the time, and so did another person that I worked with. Like, the two of us were shift leads. So, like, you had essentially kids, just college kids, running this location. Like, we did have the GM that was, like, older. She was way older, but she was super progressive and great.
That's not bad, though.
No, and like, the rest of it was just run by kids.
So. Yeah, I had a dude, there was a guy that I worked, like, he was a line cook at one of the places that I worked at, and there was one day, like, I was there late because I was closing, and I, like, walked out to go grab something, like, from behind the bar or something like that I needed, and then I was like, oh, I forgot something else. So I, like, turned back around, and, like, I walked right back into the kitchen, and my man is on the cutting board where we are preparing food, and he is chopping up a line, getting ready to do it, does it, and then, like, as I swing the, like, look, he's like, looked, and it's got stuff all, he's like, oh, don't say anything. And he has a knife, and he's like, don't say anything. And I was like, right on, dude, whatever, I don't eat here anyway, so whatever. But I just went home, and I told all my friends, I was like, hey, remember that restaurant? Don't go there. Like, you are liable to get shit. It's like stuff like that. Like, I always had weird, every single food for, there was always like one or two dudes that were like I said, like mid-50s, mad drug problems, and you're just like, dude, please stop. How did you even get this job?
Yeah. So anyway, that is our food service pod. So
see you next week.
See you next week. So let's kick things off.
Just run the outro.
What's going on over at Preston's comment corner?
Yeah, we got a big one from Tori, who's on the Bioshock train. All right, so here I am playing yet another first-person shooter. After how much I enjoyed Wolfenstein, I'm giving the genre another shot with an open mind. I'm also trying not to hold Tomb Raider against Alex, even though I fully exercise my free will and choose to play that on my own. But that's beside the point. Question, Alex. There's a couple questions here. Just give me a minute. Was there some kind of ironic meaning behind the descend down into rapture? Biblically speaking, the rapture is usually associated with ascending, going up into the air towards heaven. So does that mean whatever's down in rapture is inherently not good, or am I reading way too much into it?
That is a good question. I mean, the rapture as a whole is a process, right? Like, the second coming is part of the rapture, but there's also, like, people left behind, and then the rise of, I guess if we want to go biblical, like, the Antichrist, then, of course, the battle and everything going on. So, like, that's a good question.
I'm sure there's something that they're like, maybe we're just going to do down instead of up.
Yeah, I don't know. It is an ironic take on it, because you're right. Like, it would be most people just ascending and going and leaving the unworthy behind. This one, you are descending down. I would be surprised from the articles I've read with Ken Levine if he thought that far ahead.
Thank you.
So,
I was like, there's no way that we're giving him this much.
Do Underwater City.
Rapture is a cool name, and I don't think, I'll have to Google this, I don't think that has any tie to, like, the source material of Anne Ryan and so on. Like, I don't think there's anything there. I bet it's just it's a pretty fucking cool name, but that's a good question. I don't know.
Yes. The overall vibe and design of Rapture feels like a much darker 1950s Victorian Alice in Wonderland type of place to me. With that said, the game is absolutely beautiful. The set pieces as you move through the city are both haunting and stunning, especially when you enter the connecting tunnels and are reminded that you're underwater, with ocean life drifting all around you. I choose to rescue the little sisters. To me, they're still children, even if they are incredibly creepy looking and get sickeningly sweet. When you save them, I can't help but find it comical when you run into a big daddy without a little sister. They just wander from wall to wall, banging on the portholes where the sisters usually emerge, then look genuinely sad and dejected when no one comes out. I saw this at the wharf. It gave me a good laugh. Of the plasmids I've collected so far, my favorite is definitely lighting people on fire. It's just a lot of fun. Also, love anytime Alex channels his inner Marsha Brady and basically drops a sure Jan at Preston, especially when Preston isn't having it over some niche game detail he just doesn't understand and doesn't have time for. Overall, I'm really loving the first playthrough of BioShock, and I'm excited to see where the game goes. See you everyone in part 2, Tori.
Christian told me about Preston not loving the controls before Preston did, so I was prepared. I was a little irritated because like his banger of a game is 7 years newer than this one, but whatever.
It's a very different game.
Also, arguably, Machine Games honestly could just be a better developer, but
that too. But also, it's a very different game. Okay, it's still a first-person shooter. Yeah. It's a very different game. I've gotten used to the controls. I don't have a problem with them.
Man, if there's one thing, Tori has locked in all the different aspects of this podcast and has nailed them down because she nailed that interaction quite.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes I don't like it.
So just so you know, we are correct. The term rapture in the game, the name of the city has nothing to do with the biblical rapture. There are two
like
apparently cited
thing?
There are two cited sources where people have heard in different places it comes from. One is a tie back to the book The Silent Word, and it refers to the drunkenness of the depths and rapture. The other one is like officially said in an interview at one point. It refers to the rapture of the deep. So it's a nod to the term the rapture of the deep, which is an alternative term for nitrogen narcosis, the condition divers experience at extreme depths, causing euphoria, hallucinations, and irrational behavior, which would make sense based on the way the citizens of Rapture act.
That's fair.
But did Kevin Levine think about that when he said it?
No.
Maybe not.
Well, no. Somebody probably did, but I know.
No, I think
he's not smart enough to be the biblical one.
Ken Levine is the exact type of person to open a thesaurus, look, find a definition for a word, and be like, well, what do I have here?
Hey, be nice to this man who has like clinical depression and manic episodes.
Who doesn't?
So, do you say no? He doesn't.
I said who doesn't.
Or you say who? Oh, I was like, damn, Preston, he has an out for Kid Levine right now.
Fake fan.
No, you know what? Look, mental health is nobody's fault, but it is your responsibility. So I'm not. That's Ken Levine's problem.
Can I say, Tori's commenting on week one?
Part one, yeah.
Okay, so can I say, it is too late now, so I'm not going to worry about it. I was a little sad by Christian's reaction to my accents, because I was prepared to go the entire time giving you Atlas accents, but he shaded me, and I did not do it. So it's
first of all,
I had prepared it.
Blaming me is absolutely ridiculous because there has never been a time that anybody has ever stopped you from doing whatever you want to do. So don't even.
You publicly shamed me.
It's a self-esteem. Went down a point.
Yeah, I did.
I was not the only person. I remember if we go back
I was going to keep it to myself. He was definitely not the only person.
I was going to say, run the clip because Preston's face was just as bad as mine.
We were both sitting there going like, yikes. You're going to do this the whole time? There's a whole lot of
this is where I need Jake. Jake would have taken part in this for me or with me. So
also, that's absolutely not true. It also just depends on the accent because during the D&D one with your southern one, I was in full 100% support with tears in my eyes. So that's,
Yeah, that one was insane. So anyway, cool. Any other comments?
Nope. That's it.
All
I
right.
will say that we are getting very close to 100 subscribers and followers on YouTube. We got 91 so far. Hit that 100. I've been thinking about doing a big old stream for everyone. So
That would be
Get there.
fun.
Keep in mind that is again like people don't understand how little we do to push this.
Very.
Preston forgot to load like 3 weeks worth of
Well,
episodes.
they were
other
loaded
day.
onto YouTube just fine. But Preston forgot to put them up in the podcast
Yeah.
section, which doesn't really matter because those get like very low single digits now of listening and watching.
Just
so.
saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just
we
saying.
do very
So-
little. We do very little, but we do it every week. So just because it looks like we're not doing much doesn't mean we haven't actually done much.
Yeah. A lot of times doing this is the only game I play anymore. So I
Depends
forget
on the
what
week.
video gaming is. So with speaking of weeks, let's get to our weeks. I don't know who wants to kick things off.
I mean, I got a decent sized
go.
week. Yeah.
Sure,
I got a
whichever one of you.
mid-sized week.
I have the smallest week, so whoever wants to go.
Okay.
Or
All
All
right,
right,
go ahead.
that's fine.
You're chopping at the bit. Go ahead, Christian.
All right, so
Champing.
I had some. I had some dabbles. So first thing I did was I tried the Neo 3 demo. Yeah,
Is that a female protagonist, or can you choose between male and female? Because I've only seen female cutscenes.
I believe you can choose between the two.
Okay.
I haven't seen much of it.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I don't know, yeah, but the character creator. I guess I didn't. I think you can. I think you can just choose.
Sorry, one other question about that. Is the others have been a man, right? Is this a continuation of story, or is it like a Soulscape where they're
No,
like all
so
kind of
Neo
different?
1 is Tom Cruise's Last Samurai. So it's just a white dude that you play as a samurai. The second one is, to my knowledge, is a create a character that you're doing. And this third one is also the same thing. All three are not. If they are, they're loosely related, but there's no like.
I hear
To my knowledge,
three
there's no like
goes
giant.
into the past far enough to where it's like it doesn't matter about those other two.
Yeah, one
Gotcha.
I played and beat one, and then it ended. Its ending was a stinger for the DLC to like keep the story going, which is a huge pet peeve of mine. So I never returned. And two, it just wasn't for me. Like there's all sorts of other issues with Neo that I was like, it's not for me, whatever. I'm happy that people like it. It seems very well made, blah, 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 that whole same song and dance. Mm-hmm. Neo 3 came out, though, and they released a demo, but they've done, like, a ton of changes to it, one of which being that there is a whole other combat section to this game now, where you get, like, two different styles to switch between. So there's, like, the samurai style, which is your traditional sort of, like, Souls adjacent Neo feeling combat that has been there throughout the whole game, and then there is the ninja style, which is just a character action game, and you are just playing it's like kind of close to playing like old like Ninja Gaiden style, and I was like, well, I will check that out. I did check it out. It's still not for me. So that is what it is. But it's very cool. Like, if you're looking for one of those things, like, honestly, Alex, since you were doing Wu Chang, I'll just tell you, this feels like already a much better use of your time if that's something that you were interested in.
Yeah, but from what I've seen in our Discord chat, like, this one's like super deep. Like, you got to master what you're doing in this one, right?
No.
The people were talking about like gear is much more intense and
No,
like,
it's more streamlined. So that's actually that's one of the benefits that they did. So in the past games, like, this game would just throw gear at you. Like, it was just like a Borderlands style, just like every enemy would just like throw up items when you killed it, and you would go and you have to look and be like, oh my god, I have 15 different legendary swords. I need to sort through all of them and figure out which one's the right one, blah, blah, blah. And then I can junk the rest of them and turn them into all that stuff, right? 3 hasn't done away with it, but it has automated a lot of that stuff. So It's just like surfaces immediately like, hey, this is the best one. Like, here you go. This is what you should be looking at. Or here's these stat differences. Like, it immediately makes that stuff a lot easier. So all the quality of life stuff seemed way better. Like, it solved any of the issues that I had from when I played Neo 1. I just don't think it feels particularly satisfying to play.
sure.
But I clearly am in the minority in that. I mean, like, people love it, so it's great. It does the ninja style combat and being able to switch between the two of them, between like a more Souls thing and then a character action ish thing, and then like switching between them and then tying combat to, like, there's a section where like you can get a parry in one class to then do like an instant switch to the other one and get like an instant critical off of it and stuff, like going back and forth. And the gear, you have separate gear for each one, so it's like totally different weapons, totally different combat styles between the two, flipping them between them. It's very cool. It
sounds like, because I know these games have been in development forever, so it's not like they ripped it off, but it does sound like they enhanced some of the Wu Chang, or Wukong. It sounds like they enhanced some of those features, right? Because in Wukong you could do that too. You could like block something and then like immediately go to another weapon and so on. But it sounds like they enhanced that. Wukong, Wu Chang, Fallen Feather, whatever the stupid game is. The one with the jiggle physics.
Wu Chang is the one that you were playing.
Yes.
Wukong is the one with the Monkey
Wu-Chang.
King.
The Wu Chang. It sounds like they took some of those features and enhanced them because
maybe
you could do some of that.
I don't think. This one probably, since they came out or like in the same, like around the same time, I doubt that was something that they were able to do.
Well, that's what I mean. They would have seen that. Just in general, it's like it sounds like a better system.
It feels like honestly they've just been iterating on their own formula over and over again. If anything, it's more than likely that Wu Chang was probably trying to ape off of Neo in some ways, but I don't know. So you know. If the demo's out there, so if any of that sounds like that has changed your opinion, if you have tried any of the other Neo games, check the demo out. It goes till the 15th, I think. Or there's extra in-game rewards that you get if you finish the demo by the 15th. I think the demo will still be around permanently. You just won't get some of the extra rewards that transfer over to the full game, whatever that might be.
The thing that I keep hearing people say, and I read this online in reviews, I saw it with Wu Chang, and I've now heard it in like our Discord and other stuff, and it seems like a lot of these games, people just keep saying like they're good, but they're not as good as like the first Berserker Kazan, right? Or like I had more fun with that. So it actually makes me want to check out that other game, the first Berserker, because people seem to like really, and it seems like people have really enjoyed that game, especially with some of these other Souls-like things coming out.
Yeah, I dislike that one too. So
Do
it's
you?
clear.
Okay.
But that was for a different. Like I think, like this one just wasn't particularly sad. Whereas I think that one felt bad to play. But I think that it's depending on what your level, like what you want from a combat system. Like the first Berserker Kazan, when I played that demo, was like it was incredibly simple, which obviously could totally work for some people. Whereas this one just didn't just feel satisfying. But I thought it was like definitely complex and had tons of stuff going on that was really fun. So if I was going to play one, like if I had to play one, I would totally play Neo 3 before. Now, that being said, I think it's just personal preference. But to Preston's point, I think the demo for that one is up. So, you know, download them both, try them out, see what you feel. And then the other game that I tried was, and it just came out today, is I tried Mugenics.
Yeah.
I ended up refunding it within the hour or the 2 hour thing. But that is not a comment on its quality at all. It's just it's just like I was interested to know how much if it would be different than like any of the other rogue likes that he has done, and it's just like Binding of Isaac in the same way that there is just like an infinite million bazillion combinations of things that you can get. Like as far as like builds or item, like the different things that can happen with any of your characters, right? Like any of the modifiers that happen, and it's all just truly 100% random. Like it is just, that is what it is. And we've talked about this before, but like the difference between like versus light, and as far as the rogue games are concerned, and that it is what it is. Like the ones that are just like so heavily into the randomization side, it's just not for me. But as far as it is just as high quality, and well made as The Binding of Isaac. And so if that is a game that you have enjoyed in the past, you should 1,000,000% check out this game. It will be there's a reason that it has already like destroyed any of its. I think Ed McMillan, one of the two guys who made it, he already posted something that it has already blown past any of the internal goals that they wanted. Awesome. For the game. Sure. So it is clearly deserved. Like it is the same humor is there, all of the like charming sort of like art design that they do there, like all of that is still there. So if you're into that, especially with the mix of a tactics style like combat system as opposed to an active one like Isaac had, you will. Like I said, you'll totally be in there. Like
the big pull is like they tell like other games like you get like cats, and the cats all have like genetic differences, some defects, stuff like that. They can just change their stats and stuff like that, and they got like cute little animations like in Binding of Isaac type of deal. But that seems to be like a big pull for everyone. It's like it's about a bunch of cats. You put a bunch of cats in a house. You go out to do some tactics fights with them every once in a while, and then you kind of level them up, get them items and shit like that.
Yep, like an example of one that like just the totally random stuff that can happen to you is I had a cat who was the tank class, and I get it out there, and one of the bonuses that it had was that anytime it does damage and it crits, that damage will then anything that is in like around it in its immediate vicinity will receive that damage again. Like whatever damage I did, that damage will go out also. So the boss, I hit the boss and it like bounced it against a rock, and then I critted also. So it was like, I don't know, like 26 damage or some shit. And then the healer or the ranged person, one of the squishier classes was right next to me, and I didn't even think about it when I did it. It did it, and then it just exploded them. Like they just like the boss died, but also this one died, and it's just one of those moments like you're just sitting there, you're like goddamn. But also that level of creativity as far as like some of the crazy combinations that you can make is just insane. Like this would easily be one of those games just like Isaac that you could pour 800 hours into and you will not see the same thing twice. So but very cool. But I checked it out and I was like, as soon as I saw how random it was after I had done I had probably done like 3 or 4 runs and unlocked some of the base stuff that comes later with it, and then I was like coming right up on the 2-hour mark, and I was like, yep, it's too random. I just can't do it. So then the only other game that I've played is a game that came out last year, which is called StarRiders. Mm-hmm. So Preston was watching me play a little bit of this before we got on today, and I finally beat the second hardest difficulty, so I'm at the hardest one now. But this is like Mega Man Battle Network meets like Slay the Spire. So there's like this deck building aspect that you get, like where it's like you get a deck of cards and they have all these abilities and different things on them. You unlock more. You also unlock modifiers that can go with your pilot. You're piloting a mech, and then the board is these enemies are coming towards you. This is the part that's unique, is that these enemies are descending down at you every turn, right? And then as they get closer and closer, if they get to the bottom part of the screen, like the bottom 3 rows where you're at, then they start channeling this thing called Doom, which is like if you build up to 5 Doom, or you potentially modify this later, but 5 Doom, and then your run ends and you have to start over. And so that's sort of the loop that happens there. But the story is told whether you win or lose through, not only is there the overarching story that's happening as far as the universe is concerned, that when you win you get some extra stuff there, but then all the pilots have their own individual story, and whether you win or lose you get story beats for that as well, as far as like that pilot story living in the universe. It's very, very cool. It's very, very addicting, and it's super satisfying. It's totally scratching the right itches from both angles, that like from the gameplay and also just everything else with it. I think I'm already like, I just started playing it not like maybe 3-4 days ago, I think is when I was talking to you guys about it. And I'm probably already at like, I don't know, like 30 or 40 runs. It's crazy. Like it's one of those like, it's one of the few games. It's just like Into the Breach, where it is so fun and so satisfying. And I wish that it's one of the few games that I wish had a mobile version, because I would play this on my phone all the time.
Oh, sure.
Like if I was just sitting there and was just like, I would totally play this all the time. Which I think, if I remember correctly, I think Into the Breach maybe did get a mobile version recently, so I want to check that out. Anyway, yeah, maybe it's just on iPad or something. I can't remember now. Either way. But yeah, so I've been playing that, and that is... nope. Actually, this will lead in, if we want, this can lead into Preston's week, but Preston and I have finally seen the top of the mountain. We haven't finished it, but we are right there. But we have... we've been putting some work in on Absalom. So... We have like one final thing to unlock to see what changes there, but we have made it. Not only did we make it to the final boss, but we had a perfect run at the semi-final boss, where, so we were talking about this before, where like there's this back and forth that can happen where, if depending on the juggle situation, where either that boss can juggle you and throw you through a window, or you can do it to them. Preston and I did it to him 3 times in a row, just like slammed him into the next arena each time. It was so hype.
It was good.
That game's good, man. That's all there is. That game's
really
great.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
It just there's a difficulty spike that happened after we finished that first boss, because you get the credits and it's like, yeah, but there's still more to do, and there's actually something beyond that boss. Like, okay, so we go do the runs again. We're doing that small side quests. And certain quests will get you one of, like, let's just say 8 or 9 of these gems. And we have one of those gems left we haven't gotten yet. So we're wondering if that will help us. If it doesn't, then we may put it on the back burner just for a little while. Because, man, going through those runs now after beating that first boss, like, they just drop these, like, weird enemies with modifiers on you, like big, giant crowds of enemies. And if you're not, like, getting the rolls you need for, like, the upgrades or, like, the enhancements you get as you go through the levels, if you're not getting the ones that you like or the ones that work really well with your character, then you are just going to get trounced. Like, it'll get really, really bad. But, we've made it there once. I'm sure we can make it there again.
I think, too, there's got to be... I'm very interested to see what'll happen when we get that final upgrade, because we keep getting all of this other currency and nothing to spend. I'm like, there has to be something. Like, I guarantee there has to be something that we can spend this stuff on, because otherwise, why are you still giving it to me? Which makes me think it's got to be there. Now, if not, then who knows? Maybe, like I said, President, you'll either go on the back burner, or fuck it, we'll turn on the assist mode just to see it and be done. But I think I'm interested to know what will happen when we get that last crystal unlock. Yeah.
Yeah, Absalom's good. For moving on to my week, obviously Star Wars Sundays, twitch.tv/Testing Room Live. I have finished and gotten all first places in all tracks of the recent port of Episode 1 Racer. So, feeling very good about it. That game looks much better. The frame rate increase makes it play a lot better. I can see a little bit further ahead of me. I can see it just feels good, and I was just killing it. There's a couple of other really hard ones that I kind of had like slow down, maybe restart like once or twice. But even in like the final invitational ones, as long as I found like the proper path, I was gonna get first place. But there are some of them that towards like, if you don't get this like side little section, or like the Cloud City one, like you have to stay in the top level. Because if you don't stay in that top level, you're missing that shortcut. And I've gone from 1st to like 7th from missing that shortcut. So it was wild. But went through it all, felt great. And then when I finished it, I was thinking like, man, I kind of want to play some more of it, but I'm like, yeah, I've gone through it all. I'm like, but it says I have 4 to 5 trophies left, and I haven't gotten a platinum in a hot second. So, those trophies weren't that bad. Those trophies weren't that bad. So Preston got his first platinum in probably over 5 years. But yeah, I went through that. It's just like I'll get all the junk droids, get all the best parts, do something special with Anakin, do something special with Sebulba, and then reach a speed of 1,000 or more. So I'm like, okay, well I unlocked Quadranero, who's the fastest ship in the game. So I just took him into the first level, hit the boost, gone the straightaway, and I got that one right away. So it was pretty easy to get that platinum, but you have to beat everything in first place to still get a trophy for. So. Yeah, felt great. Love doing that. I still batting around what I'm going to do for next week, so just tune in on it. Could be Star Wars Demolition. Could be one of the other ports they put the PS4, because I just have that already hooked up and everything, so I might just do that. Otherwise, we got Terrace Kasi and stuff if I want to bust out one of the old systems. So we'll see. Just tune in. Sunday mornings, around 8:30 Central Standard Time. Yeah, other than that, I played a little bit more Yote. Had a couple sessions in there. I get sidetracked all the time. Like, I am not a side quest guy, but these side quests always seem to be fun, important, seems to be like dire as far as what's going on. It's never just go grab some wood, bring it back. It's always, hey, these guys have, got the prisoners over here. If we get them out, they can help us, fight this next guy. Because I'm still trying to go towards the Oni. So, like, I'll play one or two of the main pieces, and it's like, hey, we actually need to do this. I'm like, okay, let me do some side quests. Oh, hey, we actually need to do this. I'm like, okay, let me go do some side quests, and then we'll go back to that later. But yeah, I went to get the weapon that was in that area. I did a little side quest, and I will tell myself next time I sit down that we're going to go beeline to the Oni. But I guarantee I'm going to get sidetracked by something. A little bird's going to flout around, tell me I need to go over here to get a health upgrade. Or, I'm going to see somebody screaming over there, and I'm like, I got to go help them out. Or maybe I'll find another one of those wolf dens. Who knows? I will get sidetracked. But yeah, this is like one of those first games that like the side quest and the optional things from the main campaign or the main line story are getting me, and they're getting me pretty hard. So I'm going to be playing this game for a hot minute, but I'm trying to focus and play this game a lot more often.
I'm glad you're digging it.
Yeah, it's good. It's real good. I'm getting to the point to where, like, you're playing the rock, paper, scissors of this guy has this weapon, so you should use this weapon, and go back and forth. And that has felt incredible. You got like disarm, so like I'm holding down like the heavy attack, waiting for them to come back, and I go whomp, and just knock their weapon out of their hand. It's feeling good. It feels great. I love those games. I haven't played Tsushima in a while, so I can't remember how close it is to that, but I do remember liking Tsushima a lot as well. Yeah, Yote is good. Now, I told myself I can't get any like big main story games outside the book club until I beat Yote. But I did want to pick up a Switch 2 game. I'm like, I really want to pick up a Switch 2 game. I got this new system. There are a couple games out there. I'm not going to buy Bonanza because that's a main story game. I don't want to buy that before I get Yote. So what I ended up doing is I ended up getting Kirby Air Riders. And I've been playing a good chunk of that. That is a different type of racing game, guys. So acceleration is always on. There's an accelerate button. Your little air rider.
Yeah, I think that's how it was in the GameCube one too.
Yeah,
right?
I never played the GameCube one. So you're just going straight, and if you were just watching trailers, you would never know. But yeah, your characters going forward. They all have different vehicles, different stats, different characters. And then you'll use your drift to kind of like slow down depending on the vehicle. Like sometimes the vehicles will stop you, and you'll just aim, build a boost, hit the boost, and there's boost little pads. There's little enemies here and there. If you hit them, you get a little boost out of it. You hit like one of the racers, get a boost out of it. But even if you're not Kirby, you can suck up like an enemy that has a symbol above them. You can get like the sword power up. You can get the needle power up. That kind of Kirby steel. And it's been a lot of fun. There's a whole bunch of different types of games within this game. So you got the normal Kirby Air Ride type of deal. You got the top-down version, which is more kind of like a rock and roll racing type of RC car racer looking type of track. But every track has their own version of that track in that top-down view. That's different. And then different ways of playing within there. They have a main campaign mode, which has beautiful cutscenes before every act. But all you're doing is you're driving a straight line. You're choosing 3 dudes come pulling up in front of you, and you're choosing which thing you want to do. Do you want to do a race? Do you want to do a gourmet race? Do you want to do a battle race? And then that's how you get next into the stage to finish the act. And there's a boss battle you can get into as well. But it's incredible. It's great. It's a very different type of racing game. So it's a hard recommend because I think people might think it's way too simple and not get a lot of enjoyment out of it. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm a big Kirby fan to begin with. but the variety in there is what's like keeping me going. And it's really nice to be able to sit down and like, hey, I want to play 5 minutes of this, or hey, I want to play a good 20 or 30 minute stretch to get one of those acts done. Because there's some new Kirby lore in this one, so I'm just sucking it on and enjoying it all up. So, but yeah,
I feel like this game. I don't know. I didn't look into it, but if I remember correctly, just like with all the other Kirby games, like the first one, there's like after you finish it, there's like it unlocks like a super
harder mode,
crazy mode. Yeah.
I don't know. I'll find out once I finish all the acts. But I mean, as far as what this game is, like I don't see. Like, maybe the guys get a little bit faster. Maybe they're just doing a little bit better as far as the AI. But other than that, like, it's a very simple game. And it's very straightforward. Like, there's not a whole lot of, there's not branching paths in the races or tracks. But there are so many different things. Like, there's, like, the city tour, where it's called. It just drops you down, like, in a little city, like an open world city kind of deal. And it's you and, like, 15, 20 other air riders just going around. And the place is just scattered with upgrades for stats. So you go in with your base stats, but then I'm picking up defense, I'm picking up top speed, blah, blah, blah. I'm just kind of picking all of them up. You can hit guys while you're there. You can pick up different carts while you're there. And then like a mini game will pop up or a race will pop up. So everyone drives over to there, and then you go into that race with all the stats and things that you've like been building up for the past like 5 minutes or whatever, which is a cool like little addition. They even got events. Like a day from now, I'm going to be able to do an event to where it's like, hey, we're giving you special like upgrades and like drops and points for you to play this one mode, one level on this day. So they're going to kind of keep that up and keep it changing. So I have a lot of fun with it. If anyone was interested in Kirby Air Riders and you know what it's about, it's 100% worth the purchase. The sounds, the menu, the music, you can tell this is from the person who made Smash Brothers, because like the orchestra is there, but it has that kind of Smash Brothers vibe. The menus are 1000% Smash Brothers. Like you're like, oh, you did this one random like statistic upgrade, like it hit 1,000 people or like drove this many miles, and it's like a little bloop, and you get a little achievement, a little trophy, whatever. And it's just it's jam packed full of that. It's how Sakurai does that with the Smash Brothers. He did it for just Kirby Air Riders as well. So it's very, very cool. But yeah, I like the game a lot. And then, go ahead.
No, I was saying
nice.
Yeah, nice.
Other than that, pretty sure that's it.
That's it.
Poor Sakurai, man. Maybe Nintendo one day will free him from the Smash Brothers basement.
I guarantee they let him do this, so that way they make him another Smash Brothers.
It's just like Kid Icarus Uprising, and you know what he did? The world should feel lucky that he did not feel as vindictive as he did with Kid Icarus Uprising, where he was like, "I'm out to hurt people." Like if you look, it's one of the only games I know that physically injured people who played it, which is so funny.
Wait, wasn't that a 3DS game?
Yes.
Yeah.
How did it injure people?
So to do it, there was like a certain thing, like a thing that you had to do with the stylus to be able to like get past a certain. It was like how he designed it, but then it was like a certain difficulty level. It was like asking this much of you, and almost every single person who did it, especially people who were like, in their late 20s when that game came out, injured their wrists, like sprained it. It's like could not use their wrist correctly. Had to get braces and all this other stuff. And I've been eternally convinced my whole life that he did that because of how ridiculous the Smash community was after Melee, and he was like, you know what, it's time to remind people that I'll hurt you if I have to. And he did that, and then everybody was very kind, more or less, about Smash Ultimate. So I think then he was like, I'll be nice and I'll give you a game like Kirby Air Riders.
I hope he gets to do something different. Smash Brothers, let's be fair.
Dude, I just don't want to see any more Smash, dude.
I'm fine with more Smash Brothers, but that book's been written, right? Like, you know what you're going to get when you get a new Smash Brothers game. Like, you don't need Sakurai there to put that in. Like, have
the reason that I would say we don't need is like
the same formula.
Ultimate really feels like the one time that it feels like the true sense of that word. They have Street Fighter characters in there. They have Final Fantasy characters in there. They've got every Nintendo character under the sun that you could think of. They've got 5 different fucking links in there. Yeah, dude, like there's that. The Minecraft dude is in there. Like everything,
still play
right?
that on Switch too. There's no reason that they need to make a whole other game.
No, there's 100 million fucking characters.
I felt the same way for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe too. Like, they have all the characters, all the tracks in there. I'm like, and then when people got World, they're like, just kind of feels meh. I'm like, yeah, because you got everything in the fucking last one, and now you're starting off from like ground one again with a different style. So yeah, you'd have to do something completely different to Smash to make that work. But they would almost have to not do Smash. They would have to do another Nintendo fighting game at that point. So,
which they're not going to do.
No,
yeah,
they won't do that.
They tried that with ARMS, and it did not go so well.
God, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was not great.
It was a time.
Yeah, it was a that's you know what? It was a time. That's true. Mm-hmm. It was.
So, all right. My week is super quick and easy. Honestly, I've played the game we're going to talk about later this week, where we're going to finish up our video game book club, and that's it.
Yeah,
that's all I've had. Yeah, dude, that's all I've had freaking time for, man. With work, I started up a game that Travis recommended and played called I forget the first part. It's like Caravan Sandwich, but it's like sand as in like the grainy stuff, and then like witch as in like flies on a broom. So like Sandwich. It's a very cutesy.
Names are so awful.
I know. It's a very cutesy, like casual game where the story is like you are out on a space station. You've kind of left your planet. You find out that your sister, who was still on that planet, has gone missing. So you go back to the planet to try and find her. I got 9 minutes into this game and turned it off. And not because it's bad, because I didn't have time. Sure. And like the time I haven't had a chance to like focus on games. So I'll probably get back to that one eventually. Travis beat it. I think it was like 8 hours long or 9 hours long to like do all of it. So it is just like a quick, easy, casual game. Mm-hmm. But I played like 10 minutes of that, and that's it, guys. I haven't had time for Arc this week. I haven't played anything else. I did explore the PlayStation 3 a little bit just because like I was on there watching.
Make sure you download Netflix, man. They're getting rid of Netflix in a couple of months off of PS3. I'm like, I didn't think that was even still on.
Actually, Netflix is on my PS3 and I can't get it off. Like it's you can not install it. I say you can not install it, but you cannot get rid of the icon. Like it is part of the media thing. It will not let you delete it. Yeah. And the reason I got really annoyed is because I was exploring the store when you guys were playing the game the other night when I got on like really late after the Super Bowl.
Absolutely.
And I forgot the PS3 had themes, so I actually downloaded the BioShock theme for free and the Final Fantasy X and X-2 theme for free. But I turned it on the BioShock one because it's super dope. And everything is like green and underwater and BioShocky except for the one like TV video pane, which under it is like fucking Hulu and Netflix that I cannot delete. So anyway, yeah.
Dude, the PS3 and the 360 generation, I've been thinking about this more, and I truly think that it might be the best.
Christian, when we start playing Returnal, I want you to check out the new modifications you can do to the dashboard of PS5. It's really good. I got the ads pretty much out of my face, so all I see is like my controller battery life. I see what my friends have done recently. I see my storage space, and you can maneuver that. You can add. They got some themes in there, especially for free, that are moving and doing stuff. And I always have liked I can just put my background image in the background, which is very nice. So just check it out. I'm not saying it's great. I'm just saying just give it a try.
No. What I was going to say was that I was not aware of any of these changes, so I will certainly be interested. So, yeah. Okay, I will be interested in looking at that. I love a good UI. What I was going to say was that I'll
test it this week when Allie gets on to play Hogwarts.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
But I think that. Like what I was saying is just it's just an undefeated generation. I wasn't I was gonna say the best generation,
that, right? Yeah.
Right, but like we had like the PS3 menu system. I think like the cross media bar, it obviously has some quirks like what Alex was talking about. But in general, what a clean system, right? Like just boom, the themes on there were great. Doing those, having the music in the background, checking that stuff out, but also like this random stuff that I was just thinking about, like, dude, there was shit that you could do on the PS3 that just like that was just like a thing where like the folding at home thing. Do you remember that, Preston?
Mm-hmm.
Where it was like, yo, donate some like cycle processes from your PS3 to help this.
Yeah.
Yeah, like to start looking for the cures for cancer, right? Like he was just doing this thing. It was like you'll just donate part of the processing power for your PS3 like while it's sitting here, and it'll just connect it out to the internet, and it'll just be like being able to use these cycles, and you can just sit there and it's just like, hey, this is how many cycles we've done. Like it just this little number that counted up, and you'd be like sick, and you just, but it would be like, I'll leave my PS3 on, I'll just leave it on, I'll walk away, like I'll just do that, and or like the PlayStation Home shit that they did for a little while, where like you created it, like logged in, you could like launch games from there. It had its own custom games inside of it.
Movie theater in there.
And a movie theater, you could go and like search for games and like buy games from there, and then it would like do that kind of stuff. It was like this whole Second Life kind of thing that they tried that was like really neat at the time. Like, but it was all of this stuff that people were trying in an effort to find a way to be like the next thing that would like squeeze $1 million from you, right? Like they wanted it, but at the time, the audiences were still like, gaming was making money, but it was not like the thing that it is now. And so like it was like all of these crazy ideas, but pre any of the like nasty money grubbing practices that would come later, right? And so it was like these things like, but and all the stuff from the design thing too. Like I was thinking, somebody showed they still have an old 360 that they have never updated, and they won't put anything on it that would take it past this update. But man, the old Blades UI from the early 360 was just a perfection. It was so good, and everything. Now it's like the PS3 I think has aged better in that regard, in that like it's still the same cross media bar with like the same blank background that it can be. The 360 dashboard now is horrific.
I bet.
I mean, like
with the orange, like just even the color.
No. You first of all, color, sir. You are giving it far too much credit.
White.
It is
gray
or white.
I
It's just
feel like
plain.
I remember being
And
hints
now,
of
bronzy
neon green somewhere.
yeah.
Yeah, now you can the 360 still had themes that will allow you to change the background, but that is it. The tiles and everything are still just this boring ass like white thing, but then smack dab in the middle of the screen is an ad for the Series X and Series S that you cannot get rid of, you cannot do anything with. It is what it is. And it just, every single time that it comes to that ad too, it just like runs slow and like all like it just like tries to hang up for a second. Now once you're in a game, it's the same old 360 experience that an achievement pops up, it has like that perfect achievement noise, and then like the slide out to let you know what you got, like that whole thing, like all of that is still there. But yeah, they have, man, my point is just I was thinking about it, but I was like, that generation is so good.
This is what pops in my head is the orange, which you can't see it, of the like Xbox Live.
Oh,
yeah. See,
page.
bro, you are talking that right there
white.
is the Blades, and yes,
I forget the white is on the side of it. That's,
but the white part's not the problem with the Blades. Like that's not the big deal. Like, I wish I could. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure Preston can toss a photo up of it and put it in post. But like the news is just like, it is literally Windows 8 tiles, but they're just plain white on a white background, and then your little like Xbox avatar is back there, and then there's just smack dab in the middle of the screen is a giant ad for the new Xbox, and it's just like, upgrade to more power today, and you're like, no, I won't be doing that.
The PS3 one looks nice. I think we forget like TVs. Not everybody had a 4K TV, right? It was like 1080p, maybe even some 720s back then. But these consoles still run HDMI and are still computers at the end of the day. So like when it's sitting on my TV, I was just looking at it the other night and I'm like, man, this thing's clean. Like games are one thing, because like games are rendered resolution what they are, but like the dashboard itself just being like a computer screensaver is clean.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, and honestly that it both there's still a workaround for the 360 right now, and same thing with the PS3. You have to like get gift cards specifically to go buy something from those stores, otherwise they just won't work at all. And you can still download like from your download history. Like I had to go like that was I did forget to bring this up. There's one thing I had to do this week where so Azura's Wrath is a game that that came out, and it notoriously was unfinished. It sold the DLC that came with it was the actual ending of the game. Otherwise, it ends on a cliffhanger. Now, there are conflicting reports as to whether or not, like way back in the day, they ended on a cliffhanger, thinking they were going to get a sequel. And then Capcom was like, fuck no, you're not getting a sequel. And then they were like, okay, well, at least let us finish the game. So they were like, all right, cool, you can sell it as DLC. So they sold the ending for $7 or whatever, which was, insane. Either way, to get that game complete, you either need to go find a preserved copy that has that DLC bundled in, which... in both the 360 and the PS3 emulation, it is one of those games that's marked as fully functional. It's not like Metal Gear Solid, so if you decide to go load this up for whatever reason, it'll work perfectly fine, no issues. But I had a copy of it. I've owned it digitally forever. Like that was one of the first games that I bought digitally on the 360, so I've just always had a copy. But I never did get around to getting the DLC, and I was like, man, I'm kind of fucked. Like, there's no way for me to get that unless I go the route that I was just talking about. So I was like, well, let me check. So then I looked and found out. So it was like, you have to go and get a Xbox Marketplace gift card, load that onto your account, go to Xbox.com, sign in to your Xbox account, then go and search in the store for what you want, and then use the gift card balance to be able to actually purchase it, because all of the payment systems for that, like even if you want your even if you go to Xbox.com, search the backwards compatible stuff, and then use your debit card, that will still tell you no. Like, it's like, nope, not gonna work, won't do it. You have to use a gift card to do it, unless you're going through your new Xbox console. Then that purchase will work to go through those backwards compatible stuff. But I don't have one of those. I just have a 360. And so, yeah, but I had to get a gift card, load it in, and then go and get the DLC to be able to download it that way. So now I was like, I was thinking about going back to it to check out the DLC ending, because I never got to do it. But yeah, but it was just this whole process that I was like, man, it's gonna be crazy when these are officially like done. Like the consoles are still, they're done, right? But like when they finally go like, hey, we're cutting everything off, like it's not gonna work anymore. Mm-hmm. And it's gonna be crazy, like kind of what Nintendo did with the Wii U. And it's gonna be nuts to see what that. It's gonna be sad to see some of that stuff go, because it's just. I just think it's that generation's insane.
So
but
I thought, like, when I finished BioShock and I was on with you guys, like, oh, maybe I'll play the challenge room. So there was a DLC that came out for this game. Actually, I think it came out with this one, because BioShock on the Xbox came out a year before BioShock on the PS3, right? So when it launched with the PS3, they came out with challenge rooms. There's 3 challenge rooms. Every challenge room has like 4 different objectives, so they added those trophies to it. I was like, well, let me play with these challenge rooms and see what they're about. Well, my BioShock game doesn't include those challenge rooms. Now, I do have Infinite for PS3, and Infinite includes BioShock 1, and I think that has the challenge rooms on it, so I could probably pop that in and do whatever. But, like, I didn't feel like doing that. So I was like, that's how I fell into the store rabbit hole, right? And I just giggled to myself because I pulled up the DLC for BioShock, And the PS3 version of this game still has the balls to sell me those 3 challenge rooms for $10. I'm like, you asshole.
Yeah, dude. Yes, it does.
Like, by this point, do you think you could make it like $1.99 or maybe nothing? But no.
Fuck you.
It's still just sitting on there for $10. I'm just like, ridiculous.
It'll just be interesting. Like, I was thinking about this. I'm like, but to that point, right?
Bioshock 2, by the way, is $35 DLC because it was PvP maps and like Minerva's Den and something else. Yeah,
that's bananas. But what I was gonna say was like, so for the map stuff, like what's crazy is I wonder. So like, there's some games that still work when you have them that work online, right? Like if we were to boot up, like I don't know, like if we were gonna boot up like Killzone or some shit, right? Like Killzone 2 on the PS3 and be like, oh, well, let's play it. Like. The servers might be dead, but you could, do like connect potentially to like a fan server, something, right? Whatever. But like, if you wanted to go and like check out those like, or like to look at the old like maps and stuff, if you didn't already own that stuff, I think you might be fucked. Like as soon as they get like when they fully shut it down, like there's nothing you can do.
Edition that has everything bundled in with it or some shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like most of those games, like when you got the Game of the Year edition, there was just like there was a code
that you would
input.
So it depends on the game,
right? Yeah, it does. I mean, maybe there's some that were like, no, it's just all on the disc. You don't have to worry about it. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, it was just I was thinking about it, and then that mention it just got me thinking about it. It's just pure nostalgia for that generation.
Yep. So that's my week. I had literally nothing, just this. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, that is our weeks, everybody. So thank you for hanging out with us. Don't forget to check in later this week as we are going to finish up BioShock, and we will dive into Preston's game next. So let everybody know what we're playing and what we're playing too. So check in with that. Don't forget to check in with Preston on Star Wars Sundays, and then we will be back at you with another episode next week. Thank you, everybody. With that, Preston, you know what to do.
Thank you for listening to another episode of The Testing Room. To catch up on past episodes or to check out the newest ones when they drop, follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your favorite podcast. If watching is more your thing, check us out on YouTube, youtube.com/@thetestingroom, or watch us live on twitch.tv/testingroomlive. To leave comments or ask questions, you can follow us on Instagram @testingroompod, leave a comment on YouTube, or send them in to testingroompod@gmail.com. See you next time.